What's going on, guys? Havik9 with another video. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys my deck that I've been using on my lower level account to get from Arena 1 to 3. So it might not seem like a big deal to a lot of you, but if you are low level, you know the struggle to get from Arena 2, 3, 4. So today I'm going to be showing you my deck that I've been using to go ahead and get there easily. So if you just started the game and you're at like level 3 or so, or level 2, and you go to Arena 2 and 3, you notice that every single person is at least a level or 2 or even 3 higher than you. So you need a deck that can actually combat people higher than you, because obviously you have a disadvantage of level 1 troops, and you want a deck that can actually combat higher level people. For example, at the time of recording this video and every single raid in this video, I still did not have level 3 rares, level 2 epics, level like what is it, like I think 5 commons or level 4 commons. So I still had some low level troops, and I managed to go ahead and use this deck to defeat level 5s. So that's insane. So today I'm going to be showing you guys some replays of that deck. By the way, here's a screenshot of me in Arena 3, like a battle or two after this video was recorded. So the only reason why I am level 4 in the screenshot is because I actually upgraded some troops, which made me go to level 4. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to our first battle, we're going against a level 5, and for some reason, every single level 5 taunts me, or says good luck, or says, like, good game, or something like that. So I'm starting to think that every single level 5 thinks that they can actually beat me easy peasy, which in some cases that is true, but you have to have the right deck to go ahead and do that. So the first thing is, I'm going to tell you guys right now, the first thing is never try and go for both towers at the start of the match, because this actually affected me big time, and he got my tower instantly after that. So never try and do that. This was actually the first horrible start to a match that I had in a long time in this account. The only time you actually want to go ahead and go for both sides at the same time is when you have a tank on one side and then you have a bunch of troops on the other side, but still have a tank and more troops in back of that tank on one side. So I'll show you guys in a second. It is confusing to say, but once you see it, you can kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to say here. So I do it a lot on these replays. In fact, I think that's how I won in every single replay in this with this deck. So Giant and Witch going in with a musketeer, and he deploys a giant and a goblin hut, hoping that that would actually take down my tower for some reason. So I just deploy some defense, and he doesn't realize that there is a horde of troops directing to his main tower, and this is bad luck for him, because now I have a giant, I have a witch, I have a musketeer, and I have a goblin on his tower. He deploys some troops, but that won't cut it. So there we go, we got the 3 crowns on a guy 2 level higher than me. So jumping right into the second replay here, he dropped a giant, and I'm just defending with my life here. So he does not realize that once the troops that attack the giant are loose, from like once they take him down and they're loose, there's a big horde of troops coming to his tower. So people don't realize at low levels that you need to defend against horde of troops, because they will take down your tower, and it's an easy win against a level 3 and a level 5. Alright, so now I only have a bit of HP on that tower there, so I have to manage to take it out, and I deploy a giant on the right side, hoping that he would think that I would go from the right side instead of the left side. So I have some archers and a musketeer going from the left side, so I guarantee you that I will take down that tower with just 2 archer hits or 1 musketeer hit. So I have a giant and goblins going in from the right side too. So this is what I was talking about. The only time you want to go ahead and go from both sides is when you have a tank on one side with troops in back of him, and then you have a horde of troops on the other side. So I do it a lot against these level 5 people. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw down some arrows on his Pekka and minions, and now I try and take down his right tower there, because he only has, I think, I can't really see those numbers there because it's kind of blurry for me, but I'll check it out later. You guys can see it anyways, because once I render the video it will be clear enough to see, so I can't really read it right now. But anyways, dropping a giant here after that lightning. Luckily I didn't deploy it before the lightning. So giant going in with a witch, a musketeer, and some goblins, and he once again deploys a giant on the left side, which won't actually do anything because bombers, goblins, archers, musketeers take down a giant very fast before he can even touch the towers. So there we go. I think he did touch his tower though, but it doesn't matter, because now we're on his tower now, and we're close to getting the 3 crowns. So can we get it? Giants, bombers, archers, every single troop that I had on my deck, I think, on his tower, and there we go, 3 crowns again on a level 5. Skipping over to the next replay once again, here we have a giant, and he deploys his little, what's it called, bomb tower. So I think that the bomb tower is my main enemy against this deck, because the giant obviously can't withstand a lot of damage from the bomb tower, but I do have a lot of troops in the back of the giant that have range, like the witch and the musketeer. So right after his bomb tower goes down, I have a bunch of troops on his tower, which I think will take it out here. So just a little bit more, and boom, there we go. With that bomber hit, it goes down. So now he has to defend, well, I have to defend against my tower now, because he deploys a bunch of troops, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to defend with. So I have a witch going in. Just note, guys, that witches do very well against a big horde of troops. So like goblins, minions, skeletons, the witch is your go-to troop for that. Do not deploy a giant, a musketeer. Just deploy a witch or a bomber for hordes of troops. And never deploy a bomber to distract minions, because it will take them down. The minions will take the bomber down in like a split second. So don't even try. All right, so here we have my troops going against his tower now. So can we get the 3 crowns? We have a witch, a musketeer, a bomber, some skeletons, and a archer there. And can we get the tower? So he deploys his little bomb tower there, but it's too late because I have the musketeer locked onto the tower. So there we go. 3 crowns again, once again, against a level 5. Alright, so back with another replay. I'm trying to show you guys as much replays as possible, because I want to show you guys how this deck works. Because just showing one replay that I got lucky with someone doesn't actually show how to use a deck, and actually shows that the deck actually works. So showing you guys a lot of replays actually shows a lot. So here we go. A musketeer, well, actually that's not a musketeer, a Valkyrie actually. So now I have a horde of troops once again on his tower. Now this happens a lot, and it's not me getting lucky, it's that the people don't actually realize that, you know, the Zuka, not the Zuka, the musketeer. The Zuka's from Boom Beach, by the way. I keep messing up with the Zuka and the musketeer, because the Zuka looks exactly the same as the musketeer from Clash Royale, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is that they think they're gonna go ahead and take down all the troops with a fireball or an arrow, but that does not actually take down all the troops in the horde. So when they try to counter the deck, not the deck, the horde of troops that I usually have against someone, not all the troops go down, and they have no other choice but to watch their tower go down in front of them. So, you know, it's kind of sad, but yeah. So here we go. We're going against this tower. Like, this is just too much. Like, we have so much troops against this tower here, but he does have a dragon there, but that does not help. And I do take down his tower there. So he deploys a Valkyrie, keep forgetting the name of it for some reason, and I don't manage to take her down, but I can actually take her down with some archers or a bomber here. Alright, so heading on to kind of the end of the match, here we have a witch trying to attack the dragon, and we have a giant heading over to his tower. So bad sign here, because he does not have that many defense on him yet. So some goblins to defend against that giant on the left side. It's not going to really win him the match, but I'm still used to defending against everything pretty much. So here we have a horde of troops and a witch, which would have taken down his tower, but the match ends, and that's pretty much it for the match. So there we go. That's against a level 4, and we won. And now for the last replay. Now this is actually not a win. I wanted to show you guys a loss for once, because everyone has to show a loss on a best deck in quotations. So every deck loses at least once. There's sometimes when just a deck against another deck is just way OP. So you have to at least show a loss here. So yeah. So anyways, I'm going against a level 4 every time that's higher than me. Like every single person is higher than me. And I try and deploy a giant on the back of the tower. Now you always want to deploy your main troops, like your main tank, or let's say archers or your musketeer, because they're pretty slow as well in back of the tower, because you want to go ahead and build up elixir as they walk to the other side. So here I try and defend against his troops, and I deploy too many troops to the point where I don't even have anything to actually like put in back of the giant. I do put goblins, but it doesn't help with his bombers. So if I had a musketeer or archers, it would have done a lot of damage to his tower, but that does not happen. And with my stupidity, I deploy a bomber as well, which does not even help at all either. So yeah. So after a while of defending back and forth, he does actually manage to get his giant, his witch, and his musketeer locked onto my troops and tower, and that does take down my tower there. So now it's up to me not to defend, but to try and get his tower. And I don't actually see how I can do that, because it's hard to take down someone's tower when they actually have already taken down your tower, and all they have to do is defend against you with all they got. So that's pretty much what he did. And now I'm trying to get his tower. Like, I'm struggling really bad, and I don't see how I can anymore. So like, now I just have 20 seconds left, and I'm like, okay, like, forget it. I'm not gonna even go anymore. I'm just gonna try and deploy troops, but I don't believe I will get anything, so I'm not gonna try and like strategize a plan here, because 10 seconds left, really, you can't really do anything. So here we have some goblins, a archer and a bomber on his tower, and he takes down my right tower, which does not help at all either. So match over, and there we go. That's our first loss against a level 4. So going back home, here's a screenshot of me in Arena 3 once again. And that's pretty much it, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope this deck helps with a lot of you. I know that it's a big struggle to get to Arena 3 as a level 3. So yeah, here's a little help. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Tell me what you guys think below in the comment section. And peace out, YouTube. See you all in the next one. Peace!